Before we get stuck into this week's brand new episode, I just want to say a very quick thank you to our sponsors, Alt Cult, Squidding Screen Printing, Bay City Pool Service, and Charming Range Soaps. Thank you for your support. Now enjoy the episode. Welcome to the Hard Rock Show. I'm Andrew, and this week we're going to do something a little bit different to what we had already planned. Before I get stuck into all that, the details are at the bottom of your screen right now, so please make sure you're following all of our social media channels, especially YouTube and Spotify, to get all the extra content that doesn't make it into our weekly television broadcasts. Now, originally for tonight, for this week, we had planned to do the second of our torture episodes that we filmed back last year as part of our January usual series we do now. But next week, as this goes to air, there's a whole host of great gigs going ahead. They're all to raise money for bushfire relief, benefit gigs, all that sort of stuff. So wanted to take this week to make you out there as aware of these ones as we possibly can. We'll be sharing them on social and all sort of stuff as well, so make sure you're following our social media channels like I said before. So to that end, basically I'm going to plug the gigs and play some clips of the bands that are featuring on those nights, and hopefully you'll find something here tonight that will encourage you to go out and show your support and enjoy some live music while you're at it. So there's 4 gigs to get through tonight. We're going to give you a bit of a taste of everything. There's plenty here to choose from, so again, please do get out there and support the causes, because this is all going, I mean, we've all seen the news every week about the bushfires, so please do get out, and every little bit counts, so let's do something about that. So without any further ado, let's get to the first gig. The first gig is Rage Against the Fires at the Spotted Mallard on Friday, January 24. This one features, this is a big lineup. You got Dallas Crane, Seedy Jeezus, Bats, Draft Dodgers, Rocket Science, the Casanovas, Electric Guitars, Baby 8, Powerline Sneakers, James Seedy, Brian Eldorado and the Tuesday People, Earthbound Buzz, the Bambi Killers, A Whale Called Phoenix, Skybelly, Oliver Northam and the Elsewheres, and there's also an MC of the night, which is Claire Mooney from Triple J. So this is a big event. We're going to go to a clip from pretty much the headliner on the night, and that is Dallas Crane. So here's The Sunny Side. Enjoy. Staying on the same gig, Rock Against the Fires at the Spotted Mallard on Friday, January 24. There'll be a flyer up here somewhere. We'll also have the details on our social media channels. We're going to go to another band from that night. This is Seedy Jeezus, and we've had them on the show before quite a while ago, back in our old set. These guys are fantastic on record, fantastic live, and they're even better people in person to boot as well. So get on down, say hi to them, check out Seedy Jeezus. This is their clip, Polaris. Enjoy. Moving on to the second of the 4 gigs we're featuring in this week's episode, we have Rock for Recovery at the Young Street Supper Club out in Frankston. Now, this is another big lineup. This has Hammercan, Suburban Prophets, Once Were Lost, Mr. Stitcher, Catholic Guilt, and Nate Six. Another big lineup for you guys out there on that side of town, so don't miss this one. We're going to go to a band we've had on the show before. We've reviewed both of their albums up to this point, and these guys are not only fantastic live and on record, but they're wonderful, wonderful people behind the scenes as well. This is Hammercan with their video clip for Rise, which I don't think we've played on the show before. Enjoy. Staying on the same gig, Rock for Recovery at the Young Street Supper Club in Frankston on Friday, January 24, we're going to go now to Suburban Prophets. Now, I don't think we've covered this band much on the show before, so this is something new for us, and hopefully for you out there as well, or maybe you know this band, you're all over it and you want to go to this gig. This is Suburban Prophets with You Can't Have Her. Enjoy. Just got done plugging 2 gigs on the same date. Now we're going to move on to gig number 3, and this is on a different date. This is Saturday, January 25th. This is Rock for Relief at Globe Alley. There are some bands on this that should be, I guess, very familiar to some of you out there watching the show right now. We have Atomic Ride, The Ugly Kings, The Mercy Kills, She-Wolf, and a special acoustic set from Stacey V and Harry J. Another jam-packed lineup. Don't miss this one if this is a Saturday. If that's the one that works best for you, then get on down and check out this because you won't be disappointed. We're going to go to a clip now from the band on the night, which is a band that we've loved on this show for quite some time. Had them on the show a while ago. We'll have to get them back in again soon, I think. This is the Ugly Kings with Black Widow. Next up, from the same gig, so Rock for Relief, January 25th at Globe Alley. It's a Saturday, so don't miss this one. We're going to go to the Mercy Kills. We've had them on the show before. We played a few of their clips as well. These guys are fantastic. Make sure you go down because they're a lot of fun to see live as well. We're going to go to their clip, Supersonic. Enjoy. On to the fourth and final gig we're going to be plugging in this week's special episode. Now, we're going to spend a lot of time on this one because there's a lot of bands on this bill that we know and love here at THRS. Hopefully a lot of you out there are familiar with them as well. There was a New South Wales version of this gig a little while ago, which I believe raised over $15,000. So let's make Melbourne bigger and stronger than Sydney was for sure. This is Band Together at Stay Gold in Melbourne. The lineup is huge. This features Palace of the King, Bad Moonborn from Sydney, Echo del Tusker, The Radio Sun, El Colosso, Cicadastone, The Credits, Shadowqueen, Atomic Right, I Don't Know, and two DJs, in Paul Miles and Kellen in the Name. This is mammoth. We've got a few clips here we're going to get through. We're going to start off with Shadowqueen, which is a band that we love on this show, and they are fantastic live. So get on down to this gig and see them perform Ruin Me, which you're going to get the clip of right now. So next band from the Band Together Melbourne at Stay Gold on Monday, January 27, we have The Credits. We're going to go to their clip. We haven't played this band on the show before, I think, ever, so this could be a first for us and may or may not be a first for you out there. This is The Credits with California Reptile. Next up is a band we know and love, and we'll be having back on the show again in the very near future, probably a couple of times this year, hopefully, if everything goes to plan. This is Cicadastone. Now, we loved their debut album. The new album, I've heard it, it's fucking fantastic. It's due out for release much later this year, so get hyped for that already. But we're going to go to their old clip because that's the one that's available at the moment, though there is a new one coming very soon. This is Cicadastone with Drown My Hopes. Monday, January 27 at Stay Gold, we have Band Together Melbourne. Now, the next band on that gig that we're going to play for you tonight is a band we haven't played for a while on the show, though we did have them in on the old studio a little while back. These guys are fantastic. This is El Colosso, Down to the Stars is the song. Enjoy this one, folks, and get out and see them live. Next up for you from the same bill is a band that a lot of you out there know and love. These guys do great things, and Steve in the band is in all sorts of other projects as well. There's a whole lot of other stuff. I think he's got a new project called Wicked Smile with a new single coming up very soon as well, if it's not already out by the time this goes to air. I'm going to go to The Radio Sun now. This is a band we love on the show, and I'm going to go to the video clip for Hold On Tight. Enjoy it. Next up is a band that probably needs no introduction to a great many of you out there. Well, I'd hope so, because their EP released in 2019 was a fucking ripper. They've just had a lineup change, talking about Echo del Tusker, so it'll be a new look Echo del Tusker, at Monday, January 27 at Stay Gold for the Band Together Melbourne gig. Going to go to a clip of theirs, which we know and love here, probably one of the better songs out of 2019. It was, according to Beautiful Car Crash and Byron, I believe, anyway. I think it was his pick for the single of the year. This is Echo del Tusker, Gold and Silver. Enjoy. Next up is another band that's had a lineup change since they played in Melbourne. They have had a vocalist change. They've got Jordan Von Gray, who should be known to you from a lot of projects out there now. I'm talking about Bad Moonborn. Now, we haven't got any clips with the new lineup, so we're going to go to a clip with the old lineup. This is War Is One off of the EP. I think they released either 2018 or 19. I forget exactly when it was. We do too many reviews here, so I can't keep track of everything off the top of my head. But anyway, this is Bad Moonborn, War Is One. Get down and check this band out, because they're all the way from Sydney and they will not disappoint. They're fucking fantastic live. On to the main event of the evening, and also the main event on the night, Monday, January 27, for the Band Together Melbourne gig at Stay Gold. Do not miss Palace of the King. This is a band that should need no introduction to a great many of you out there. We know there's a big fan base for this band, so make sure you get down, support the cause, check out some awesome live music. Any of these gigs are fantastic, but this band is one you do not want to miss. We're going to go to their clip, Move Through the Fire, which is a bit of a trippy one, but enjoy. That's it for this week. Thank you all so much for tuning in. Now, please, hopefully you found something tonight to enjoy and you want to go and check out more, we'll have the details on our social media, so make sure you follow us. Details are at the bottom of the screen. Also subscribe to YouTube and follow us on Spotify for all the extra content. Doesn't make it into our weekly episodes, but hopefully, like I was saying, tonight you found something that really got your attention, that you want to go and check out live and support the cause. The Band Together event in Sydney raised over $15,000, so let's try and beat that down here in Melbourne. So to rattle off the gigs again, so bear with me while I scroll through notes. We have, first up, Rock Against the Fires at the Spotted Mallard on Friday, January 24. This one features Dallas Crane, Seedy Jeezus, Bats, Draft Dodgers, Rocket Science, The Casanovas, Electric Guitars, Baby 8, Powerline Sneakers, James Seedy, Brian Alderado and the Tuesday People, Earthbound Buzz, The Bambi Kills, A Whale Called Phoenix, Skybelly, Oliver Northam and the Elsewheres, and also there's an MC on the night, which is Claire Mooney from Triple J. Also on the same night, Friday, January 24, Rock for Recovery at the Young Street Sub Club out in Frankston. So if you're on that side of town, get out to this one. This one features Hammercan, Suburban Prophets, Once Were Lost, Mr. Stitcher, Catholic Guilt, and Nate Six. Saturday, January 25, Rock for Relief at Globe Alley featuring Atomic Ride, Ugly Kings, The Mercy Kills, She-Wolf, and an acoustic set from Stacey V and Harry J. And then the big one, Monday, January 27. This is a long weekend, so there's no excuse, folks. Band Together Melbourne at Stay Gold featuring Palace of the King, Bad Moon Born, Echo del Tusker, The Radio Sun, El Colosso, Cicadastone, The Credits, Shadowqueen, Atomic Ride, I Don't Know, DJ Paul Miles, and DJ Kellen in the name. Do not miss these gigs, folks. Get on down, support the cause. Please do. Now, as always, we have to do a bin. I'm going to do mine. Just to wrap things up nice and neat in a little bow here, I guess. Now, bushfire, smoke, all that sort of stuff can go in the bin, but also the devolution of the conversation around it on social media. Now, everyone's taking pot shots at each other left, right, and centre, and none of it, not one bit of it, is focusing on finding a solution. That energy could be much better used. If you're that passionate about it, then either donate, volunteer, or write to your local member with your concerns. Don't take pot shots at each other because you're not going to win. There's no point to it. It's so useless. I don't understand why you all feel the need to prove each other wrong or one-up each other on social media. It's really redundant. If you're that passionate about it, do something with your effort and energy that actually matters as opposed to venting on Facebook. I understand a constructive conversation. That makes sense because then you can get some new ideas happening, and that's what is good about social media. But this whole slagging each other off for whatever reason, the fires are here. Doesn't matter. Let's find a solution and work together to do so. If you're not going to do that, in here. Thanks. It's just silly. It's been doing my head in for the last months now. As long as the fire's been going, there's people taking pot shots at each other for no reason, which you can see is working out because my tongue's all twisted. Anyway, that's it from me. Tune in same time again next week for a THRS marathon, which will be kicked off on Channel 31 with a 2-hour special, which is our top 10s of 2019. That'll be followed on the network with a marathon. Otherwise, follow everything we do online, like I was saying before. The Torture episode that was planned for release tonight will be going to air in the first week of February. But until next week, or whenever you watch us next, on behalf of all of us here at THRS, thank you for tuning in and watching this episode. I'm Andrew. We'll see you again next week. Until then, drink up, rock on. Thank you so much for watching our latest episode. Make sure you follow and subscribe to all of our social media channels if you like what you see and you want to stay up to date with what we're doing here at THRS. Before we roll into the bloopers, which are right around the corner, I just want to say a very quick thank you to our Patreon supporters, Craig S, Tim C, Greg B, Kaz B, Ethan M Orange, Andrew M, and Tony S. Thank you so much for your support. Now enjoy the outtakes. Stay with us, but also in particular follow YouTube and Spotify. That way you get all the extra content. Doesn't make it into our weekly episodes. Fuck. Stumbling over words. I'm trying to go. Details are at the bottom of your screen right now, so please make sure. All that details are at the bottom of your screen right now. Sorry, so make sure you. What the fuck? It's hot in here. Fuck. There's a few bands in here that should be no strangers to any of you out there watching the show. I'll do it again. Very well familiar with on the show, I should say. Fuck. All right. Monday, January 27, Band Together at Melbourne at Stay Gold. The that we know and love on this show. Hopefully you're all very well experienced with these bands, I should say, rather, out there as well. Fuck me, this heat's fucking with me. Wow. It's hot, folks. It's fucking hot in here. When it's a 35 plus degree day outside and then you fucking turn the lights on to film inside, it gets fucking warm fucking quick. Woo! I am cooking.